Hey D-backs, Coach Chad here. We're going to continue with our video series, and we're going to do a little work on hitting. So I'm sure you're excited to watch these because everybody likes to hit. It's probably the most fun part about baseball. All right, now with hitting though comes a lot of confusion. Hitting is a crazy thing to do. If you think about what it means to be a good hitter in baseball, it really blows your mind. I mean, the best professional hitters that are in the Hall of Fame, they only get a hit like 3 times out of every 10 tries. You know, if they're a 300 batting average, that's a superstar. So that tells you how difficult hitting is. It's a really, really hard thing to do, even for the best players in the world. So I don't want you guys to get frustrated by that. It's a hard thing to do. So you just have to try and try and try. And when you do have success, then it feels great. Okay, so don't get frustrated, don't get down. You just do your best up there and have fun when you're hitting. There's lots of different styles of hitting. If you look at the major leagues, lots of different batters stand a different way. They do different things with their hands and with their feet, and there's really no right way, there's no wrong way to do it. But for Little League purposes, what I like to try to do is focus on 1 or 2 of the fundamental things that I think are going to make you a better hitter in general, and eliminate the mistakes, some of the common mistakes that we'll see with kids. Okay, so that's really what I try to focus on at this age. So this video in particular is going to be about just where you set up at home plate, like where you want to stand, all right? The most basic thing. So, scoot up here a little bit. All right, so when I'm coming up to home plate, the biggest thing is I want to make sure that I can reach all the way across home plate with my bat. Okay, the end of my bat should be able to at least reach out to this outside corner. Now in Little League, as you guys know, the strike zone's pretty big. Sometimes a pitch that's clear out here is going to be called a strike, just because we have to have a bigger strike zone because the pitching's not as good yet. Okay, so in Little League, it's even more important to be able to reach that, which means we have to get even closer to home plate. Okay, I want to be able to cover this pitch clear out here in Little League. All right, now that makes it a little trickier on the inside, but what you'll see is most umpires are going to be afraid to call a pitch. You know, they'll call this pitch out here a strike. They won't call the pitch in here a strike because it's closer to the batter. And in a way, they don't think that's fair. You know, so by getting closer to the plate, you're really taking away some of the strike zone, if that makes sense. Okay, and you'll see high school age kids, they're all really close to home plate. The other part of that is the kids pitching are, you don't want to hit each other with the pitches. You know, the kids don't want to hit the batter, so they're kind of afraid to try to throw it in here too. They're trying to throw it outside. Okay, so it's really important that you get up here to the plate and you're able to reach out here this far. All right. So really, the biggest thing is coming up. I like to just put my arms out straight, touch the outside corner with my bat. Okay, not bending over to it, but just reaching down, straight arm. Can I touch the outside corner? If I can do that, as I reach my arm up, I've got even farther outside coverage, if you can see that on the video. Okay? As long as I can reach the outside corner with a straight arm, I know I'm probably in a pretty good spot right there. Okay? Now Thomas, come around to this side. The other thing is where to stand up and back. This is something that I talk to you guys a lot about during the course of a game. A lot of it depends on how fast the pitcher's pitching. If we're using the pitching machine, it depends, you know, how is the pitching machine throwing, how's it coming in. Sometimes if it's a slow pitcher or the pitching machine's throwing short, you're gonna have to scoot up here a little bit because the ball's kind of dropping, okay? And you'd like to hit the ball, you know, somewhere in this level. If it's dropping and you're back here, you're gonna be trying to hit it down here, okay? So you might have to scoot up a little bit. If it's a really hard pitcher, really fast pitcher, and you're swinging late, you want to back up all the way to the back line of the batter's box here where the chalk line is. Put your back foot on that back line. That way you just have an extra second to swing. It just gives you a little bit more time, okay? So those are really the 2 things. One is just getting positioned here, make sure you can reach and cover the outside part of the plate. And then just knowing where to stand forward and backward. And again, that depends on the pitcher and things like that, okay? So that's it for this video. We'll do a couple more videos here in a minute, all right?
Go D-backs.